talk about having those uncomfortable conversations a lot because it really is important. Avoidance, we think, is comforting, and maybe for a little while it is. You know, we can bury our head in the sand, go all ostrich on each other. It's comforting until it isn't. I mean, so often I hear sentences like, we knew we should have talked about it, but we felt like it would upset someone, or we didn't know how to bring up the conversation. And then what happens is you don't have the opportunity because someone has lost their inability to communicate, because for some reason they're in a coma maybe, or worse, they have died before having those conversations. And so you are all scrambling around when your emotions are high and you're in a reactive emotive situation, frightened, exhausted, grieving, trying to make decisions when you haven't had conversations and you're not clear. Avoiding having those conversations has huge cost to us. It costs us the clarity. We don't know what choices we need to make, and that it might mean that things become more financially costly. It costs us peace of mind, because instead of small disagreements amongst all of you trying to make a decision, these can become big guilt-filled, doubt-filled conflicts. It costs us time. Instead of having precious time together, you're scrambling around trying to find information and navigate emergencies completely unprepared. But the biggest cost is the emotional one. The guilt that we carry for not having had those conversations long after someone has died and the funeral. Did we do right by that person? Did we make the right decisions? What would they have wanted? Did I do enough? The truth is that most of this can be eased or avoided by talking earlier, before we are by the hospital bed, before we're having to make these decisions in a panic state, before the pressure is huge on us. I've said it before, these conversations don't have to be dramatic. They can be simple. What would help you feel safe? What matters most to you as you get older? If you couldn't speak for yourself, who would you want speaking for you? We plan holidays, we plan weddings, we plan for babies. We even have weekly meal plans with more details than we plan for the end of our lives. Planning early doesn't take away spontaneity or hope. It doesn't assume that we're going to die. What it does is it gives us agency. It gives us control. It's something that is done and dusted and planned for. We don't have to worry about it anymore. We can get on with living in the moment. It gives the people we love the greatest gift possible, knowing that they are honouring us, not guessing for us.